Welcome to environment. Environment. All ASMR. Welcome, guys. And today I am at a random spot in the woods with my microphone laid down on a beautiful fallen log, and I'm gonna white balance my content again, as I might have left in my original setup, where I discovered my headphones didn't work. But that's not important, because before the sun goes down today, I want to share my magazine with you guys. The title is Birds and Blooms, and the premise is to celebrate winter birds. And as you might expect, because of my hat, it is winter time where I live, and it's getting really cold. And it's a bummer I didn't bring gloves, because it's just not a good situation when you're trying to tap and like flip pages and stuff. But we survive, we conquer. And I think part of what I appreciate most about the season, excuse me, I'm just gonna move this log so I have a little bit better space. But part of what I appreciate most about birds is some of their migration patterns. And I think it's so cool that a lot of birds just variate depending on the weather and traverse so much land and see so much of what this planet has to offer us, that I really am inspired by like birds and the idea of what they see and the lifestyle they go through. And I was at my local consignment shop, and I found a whole stack of bird magazines for $1. And I thought, not only will this help me connect and educate myself a little bit more on my inspiration of these beautiful winged specimens, but it could also be some interesting content to help you. Maybe not the gunshot. Starting to get a little nervous, but maybe help you also find an appreciation for the greater environment and the life above that not often comes into our policy making decisions or our actions in everyday life, but when you really start to maybe educate yourself on the value of birds to our environment and think like, oh yeah, like that call that they make every morning and kind of wakes me up diligently. It's a really important process. A really important process to our everyday life and how we engage ourselves to care and to participate in our relationships and everything. So let's get going. So the bird on the cover. It is going to be on page 32. And it is a junco. But some of the advertised information in this magazine is 18 tips to keep them happy. So basically how to care for birds during the winter season and the ones that aren't migrating during the cold weather. Like how can you boost them along and make sure that, okay, I previewed this magazine a little bit, so it goes into like the proper foods and how to nourish birds and like what might preserve them from icing over or food scarcity from the lack of blooming food and berries that comprise of a bird's diet. And that goes along with my appreciation for birds because it's like they fly around and through their eyes just like kind of sustain themselves and travel along in their own flocks, and it's just like beautiful to see how some of their lifestyles can differentiate between species, and that is what this whole magazine's about, particularly winter species. I was gonna read you from the editor, but my hands are too cold. I'll flip to this page. Winter's best bird tales. As temperatures dip, look no further than your backyard to see how full of life this blustery season truly is. See, because it's like what I was honing on about before is winter's ability to kind of, for humans, coincide with, I guess, decay, like decay of trees, decay of leaves, not as much budding berries and all these typical signs of life that we see. It makes these birds that are fending out for themselves and scouring for humans, gracious bird feeders with seeds, or bird seeders with feeds, or these crafty little ways that birds are fending for themselves this season kind of goes out of the humans' uniform stereotypes of what a season like winter is, and it's just so fascinating how our natural environment often disassociates and is living proof of why stereotypes don't work, and uniformity often excludes the existence of just life's nuance. I don't know. I'll probably have to edit that out. But from plump red cardinals huddled along a fence to a sleepy owl with snow-covered feathers, warm up with over 20 cozy moments from birds and blooms readers, then use our tips sprinkled with snowflakes, sprinkled with snowflakes, to transform your own frosty space into a bird-friendly wonderland. And that leads me to another point of reading this to you guys, is our actions can be of benefit to our natural world, and I think it inspires us to live more for ourselves as well, and that reciprocal dynamic between what effort we put into caring for life, that life kind of opens us up to our perception on how that life benefits us, and I think a deeper appreciation for our environment can also lead to mental health benefits, because we start to value the more mundane dynamics, which can be overcast by some of this more large-scale issues that aren't astray from environmentalism and very much merge with the topic and conversation. But when it comes to our mental health, it emboldens us to think about the intrinsic value of our ecosystem, and that in turn gets us living on a better track. So this is from the person who took the photo. My backyard. Birds needed a spot to wait their turn at the feeder, so I set up a tree limb nearby. One morning, these 3 birds stopped over for breakfast. From left, I identified their species as junco, northern cardinal, and American tree sparrow. Though they usually don't tolerate each other, they all sat together as the snow fell around them. And unfortunately, I think this is where I'm going to have to leave off today, because the sun is going down and my hands are freezing. But I hope to continue this access to outdoors and bring it to you in the meantime, because that is all what environment, all ASMR is about. It's about trying to connect with you no matter what your preconceived notions of environmentalism or the outdoors or the people who don't have any access to that at all is, and to give each and every one a little door to what it could be for you to open your mind and think of including your ecosystem and your natural environment into appreciation, into respect, and into your own motivation for living. And that's kind of what keeps bringing me back to this channel, what keeps bringing me out doors outside, and this, the love of it, because why would I just let people trample all over it or let people neglect it when I am on this earth and valuing its processes for a reason, for tendership back to it, and for not ostracizing the bird above me along the way. Let me know if you liked this video, if you wanted more bird magazine. I know I said I was done with it, but I guess I had a disclosure to make. Let me know if you would like a more holistic coverage on these bird magazines, which I have a bunch of and I find fun flipping through. And yeah, any thoughts? Leave them down below. Sorry that this video is a train wreck. They kinda all are, but I have fun and I'm growing along the way. Hi guys, that was my intro for white balance purposes. White balance purposes. Now, let me see if I can hear my audio. Hello. 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 Hello, 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 hello. So this is going to be feedback. Okay guys. So we have an update. But first of all, let me welcome you. Welcome to environment. 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 ASMR. And what my update is that again, my headphones situation, so that I can hear the audio I'm creating and kind of not have to do as much work in post, like the editing process of my videos. They don't work. Or I am at least receiving audio when, oh no,